What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope we all had a wonderful evening last night. I hope that you're doing really well today. Let me shout out to everybody. What's going on to my guy Kentrell LeGrew in the building? What's happening? Kodak in the building. On the money line. Coach Chris, Keith Pierre. Good morning. Gabe Toss. What's happening? Flawless mentality with Dr. Mark. Good morning. He said, grand risings, blessings to the God Fanon, my Chi-Town brother, Elevation fam, and gods and goddesses of the always solid international boxing family. Yes, sir. Barbara D, good morning. Good morning. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Barbara D. You've been missed. Hope you're well. Flawless mentality. Got my guy, Thrill. What's up, man? What's going on? Thrill, true to life. Fern in the building, always good to see you. Rod Walker, Jose Lopez, Ralph Chestnut. Shakur has a good chance to beat Tigo. It's 50-50. Oh, man, I can't wait for that fight. I might actually buy that fight. What's going on, Ralph Chestnut, Jose, Mr. Joseph Robinson in the building? Rod Walker, what's going on, man? Fern said, hey, I'm in the DMV and this weather is crazy. 29 degrees one day and Friday, 60 degrees. That's that crazy. It gets crazy up north. That's how Chicago is. And that shit just moves all over the place. In Texas, you just get hot as shit. And then every once in a while, you get a little bit of cold. Hey, man, thank you, man. Appreciate you, boy. Dude, thank you for the color in the chat, man. Oh, by the way, we're going to have a live stream this afternoon around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. I'm probably going to do it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it every day or do it every other day. I'm good. I took a holiday vacation. Good for you. I wish I could afford to do that shit. I would love to take a vacation, man. The next time I'm going out of town is going to be for my father's memorial in Chicago. So, all my money is taken up on going to Chicago, man. But yeah, it's good to see you, Barbara. I'm glad you're still around. though. I'm, every once in a while I don't see anybody in a while. I gotta wonder. I'm like, man, I hope they didn't get her to. He said, shameless plug. MH Blackwell goes live with amazing content. Man, that shit was fun yesterday. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I had a fun time talking on MH Blackwell yesterday. You guys got to make sure you keep your because we're going to do that I'm thinking I'm going to try to do it every day, but I don't want to say, but I'm going to do it at 1 o'clock, an afternoon one, because it's hard to come up with independent content. He said, okay, Fanon, I see the rings, brother. Yeah. I got to flash a little. So I got to flash a little plutonium. Got to flash a little platinum every once in a while. This is my mother. This is for my mother. And this is for my wife. This is for my lady. This is for my mama. Yeah, what up, Big Block? How you feeling? But look, man, let's start off talking about this, man. I want to see the Gervonta Shakur fight. I ain't trying to hear too much. I want to get back on the topic of having Gervonta Davis fight Shakur Stevenson. What is the stream this afternoon? It's on MH Blackwell. It's my other channel. It's MH Blackwell. I'll put a link into the chat. Hold on. Yeah, we had 200 people in there yesterday. We did our thing yesterday. Yeah. Here, I'll give you the link to the channel. There you go. That's the link right there. Go ahead and subscribe to it. We'll do it this afternoon. But yeah, man. Gervonta and Shakur need to fight, man. I was listening to all the back and forth yesterday where Devin Haney was called out by Keyshawn Davis. And Keyshawn Davis, we got 154 people in the building, man. 154 people on 2 different streams. Hopefully these guys go make the stream the same. Actually, it looks like everybody's on the... No, it is on 2. What up, Zulu Lion? How you feeling, brother? Yeah, please hit the like button if y'all wouldn't mind. If you wouldn't mind, you can like and share the videos. But I was listening to the back and forth between Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney. I'm sick of it, bro. Devin Haney sucks, bro. I don't want to see Devin Haney. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to do no more Devin Haney, bro. Keyshawn Davis should not be looking to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney, that fight's going to suck. That fight's going to suck, bro. I'm telling you, Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis is going to be patty cake, Baker's man. Just subscribe. Thank you, bro. It's going to be patty cake, Baker's man. How does that rhyme go? Patty cake, Baker's man. Something. I can't remember the rest of it. All I knew is it's patty cake. I don't want to see the patty cake fighters, man. And Devin Haney is a patty cake fighter, bro. So anytime you guys are mentioning somebody needing to fight Devin Haney, I'm going to say the guy needs to fight somebody else. Thank you, Donald Brandon. Yeah, we're going to go live at around 1 o'clock. I think I'm going to try to go live around 1 o'clock. Try to go around like a lunchtime live. And I think I'm going to try to do it. Every day is a little bit much, but I am going to do it because I want to build the content on that channel, because I don't always know what to talk about. You know, I'm not as hip as guys like I'm not as hip to what's going on as some of you younger folk all the time. You know, you guys have more of your ear to the pulse of what's really going on. You know, how much is Ellerby paying on you to hate on Devin every single day of your stream? Nothing. I do it for free. No, I do that shit for free. Fuck Devin every day for free. Bill Haney, you're a dick. So what I do is I hate on your raggedy ass, sorry ass, run around, patty cake ass, boxing ass son, because I don't like you, Bill. And why you keep doing this Lincoln lawyer shit? The shit's not funny, bro. Like the Lincoln lawyer thing, it's not funny. It's not funny. Nobody gets that shit. Is not going to resonate with people, Bill. You know? Anyway, Bill, yeah, I'm sick of your son, bro. I'm sick to fuck of your kid. That's why. Devin sucks, Bill. What do you want me to say? You guys are fucking terrible. You're boring as hell. You're assholes outside the ring. You totally fucking ruin all the bullshit you do with your marketing. Totally fucked up YouTube boxing conversations because you're so fucking manipulative. Because you have to be manipulative because your son is boring as fuck. Seriously, man, why don't you load his gloves or something, man? You know what I mean? Act like a normal dude with no power. Load your gloves or some shit, man. Do something, man. Devin sucks, bro. That dude sucks to watch, bro. You can say what you want. That dude sucks. I don't care about all that technical shit you guys want to talk about. The guy is boring as fuck, and he's an asshole outside the ring, and I don't like him. So there you go. There you go. You guys made boxing you guys are very much what's wrong with boxing. Very much what's wrong with boxing. Now, I want to know why you think Leonard Ellerby pays me. What the fuck does Leonard Ellerby got to do with it? I've never heard Leonard Ellerby say anything about Devin Haney. I've never heard that. No power has a knock. No power. He has a knockdown. Yeah, exactly. Somebody had to run right into his face. Boom. He had to run right into his face. He got knocked down one time. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Hey, my son is the current face of boxing. Nigga, you need to get off that blow. You need to get off that blow, Bill. Hey, Bill, you need to get I know it's probably really is you. Hey, Bill, you need to get off the blow. You need to get out the blow. Your boy is the face of same-sex marriages. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I know what's up with that nigga. Your son is the face. Your son is the face of the rainbow movement, nigga. I ain't trying to hear that. Beat that shit. Beat it, dog. Beat it. Anyway, man, I keep telling people that, and they say it's Tank. I think Tank and Tio would be a better fight. Tank and Tio would be a good fight. And I'm just kidding about your son. I don't know if he's that or not. I just want to make fun of you this morning, bro. Seriously. I'm not trying to hear none of that dumb shit, bro. Devin got his ass whooped by Ryan Garcia. That shit's over with, bro. Devin is the face of excessive rehydration and pride champion. Baltimore Freeman's reposted this stream. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, bro. Nah, seriously, man. You say your son is the face of clown boxing behavior. Pretty much, bro. Dog, ain't nobody trying to hear. That nigga's like 30 years old, dog. What's he gonna do with his career, dog? Come on, man. Bill, Devin is already 27 years old. He's already 27 years old, and he's never done 1 million pay-per-views. He's already 27 years old, and he's never done 1 million pay-per-views before. He's already 27 years old, and he's never sold out an arena. He's 27 years old, and he's still an undercard fighter. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. You trying to make an undercard fighter. Bill, I got an 8-ball for 250. Wop said, Bill, I got an 8-ball for 250. Damn, 8 balls are expensive, huh? You know what I mean? Nah, seriously, man. Devin's already a Hall of Famer. No, he's not. Devin's not even retired. He's not a Hall of Famer, bro. Devin is definitely not a Hall of Famer. But anyway, I know it's not Bill. Bill's that's silly shit. Devin is definitely not a Hall of Famer, bro. Let's get this shit straight. Devin got spread out and shit himself in a fight with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia took a lie detector test, and in the lie detector test, it came out that he was telling the truth, that he did not use those performance-enhancing drugs. So since he was more than likely had it planted on him, and you guys probably already knew about it ahead of time, that's why your son said something shit about it, I'm just going to go with the nigga was set up and after you got your ass whooped, okay? Devin does not have a pay-per-view at 300K. No, Devin does not. Devin does not have a 300K pay-per-view anywhere near his world. Devin Haney has never broken 100,000 on a pay-per-view. Hell no. Ain't nobody getting 300,000 pay-per-views on the zone. You can stop that shit right there. I saw that Ryan lie detector test now what Bill. So he was telling the truth. The lie detector says it, so he must be telling the truth, right? Oxsteel said you have to be famous to be a Hall of Famer. Suing, lying, cheating, and clout chasing doesn't make you a Hall of Famer. Devin shitted himself, and that's his legacy. Hey, look, seriously, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit with Bill Haney and Devin Haney. Leave me the fuck alone, Bill. Even if it's a fake Bill, I'm going to tell Bill to leave me the fuck alone, bro. You used to be the king of the streets, bro. That's what you used to try. That's why I don't believe nothing about y'all. I thought y'all were the king of the streets. You guys are the king of the streets, but you suing people. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, dog. Once you start filing lawsuits, you know full well you're calling the law. You ain't got none. You ain't. Exact fact, and that explains why Devin is on undercards. I'm telling you. The dude is an undercard fighter. I ain't trying to hear it. I said, oh, wow, good for Ryan on the lie detector test. He said he didn't do this shit. I want my reparations. Hey, dog, don't talk to me about no reparations. They got to pay me back first. Hey, bro, they got to pay me. They got to pay me back first. Y'all got to wait in line, dog, for y'all reparations. You know what I mean? Because they got to repay me first. Diddy brought out a lot of Haney's fight tickets. Diddy bought a lot of Haney's fight tickets for the baby oil guest. Hey, dog, buy a ticket, get a free baby oil, get a free bottle of baby oil. Devin is a Hall of Famer. You just hating? No, he's not. He's not a Hall of Famer. Fuck out of here. You want me to prove he's not a Hall of Famer? He's not gonna go. He's not a Hall of Famer. That's not gonna get. So is Adrian Bronner. Is Adrian Bronner going into the Hall of Fame? Devin Haney's not going to get into the Hall of Fame. Devin Haney ain't beat nobody. Who was Devin beat? He got one win. He got a fucking lucky ass win off Lomachenko, an old Lomachenko. Other than that, he ain't beat nobody to get in the Hall of Fame. Please let me know who Devin fought to get in the Hall of Fame. Where? Nobody. He's not fought anybody to be in the Hall of Fame. All you're saying is he's going to get in the Hall of Fame because he's got champions in 3 divisions. That's not the only way that you get. Adrian Bronner's got championships in 3 divisions. He's not in the Hall of Fame. Leo Santa Cruz got like got championships in like 5 divisions. He ain't in the Hall of Fame. Seriously. I'm telling you, if Bronner's not in the Hall of Fame, how the fuck is Devin in the Hall of Fame? Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, really, no. I can see if you can say Errol Spence, because Errol actually beat some people. No, Devin got all his belts against George fucking Kambosos, Regis Prograis, and Brian Norman Jr., bro. Let's look at who he won the titles against. He beat George Kambosos, Regis Prograis, and Brian Norman Jr., bro. That's not Hall of Fame, bro. That's called privileged. You can tell me somebody that got to fight for championships against people that fucking weak? Weak-ass George Kambosos. No offense, Regis, but you was washed up. A washed-up Regis Prograis and a green Brian Norman Jr. And that's what you think is going to catapult that man into the Hall of Fame? No, these fat white men are not going to vote for that. No chance. He's going to have to get a win over Shakur. He's going to have to get a win over Gervonta. He's going to have to get a win over Jerron. He's going to have to do something like that. Dev also beat the best. Who did Devin beat that's the best? Who did Devin beat that was the best? Who's the best that he beat? Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko 2 fights before Devin did. He was clearly at the end of his career. Oh, the test. Oh, Devin also beat the test. My bad. Beat the test. My bad. Yeah, for real. No, I mean, look, Lomachenko was a very, very good fighter, but Devin lost that fight. I mean, Devin lost that fight to him. He lost it. He got a fucking gift because he got a gift decision against Lomachenko. He lost that fight. And he lost the Ryan Garcia fight. No, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Devin's no Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. Not yet. I mean, maybe he will be when he starts actually fighting. And then them 2 shitball ass fights that he had, one against Jose Ramirez, that was just a chicken shit fight. And the Brian Norman Jr. fight, he landed 70 punches the entire fight. You had one guy landed 59 punches, the other guy landed 70 punches. That's a guy that's not even really trying to fight. You know what I mean? Last time I checked BoxRec, Dev beat Loma, and there is no loss to Ryan. Okay, no worries. And as soon as you become a fat white man voting for Hall of Fame, I promise you that his ass is not going to make the ballot. I'm telling you, bro, the dude is probably not going to make the ballot. These guys are whack as shit, bro. You can say, yeah, okay, whatever. He's Broner is sewage. He's also a multi-divisional champion, just like Devin Haney is. So don't say that AB's not going to the Hall of Fame with all his championships. Why the fuck Devin going? And Devin ain't even fighting no fucking body. No joke. I mean, I don't mean to break it to you, but no, man, Devin's not all that. All he has is a lot of publicity, and he has a connected father. He has Devin is like fucking boxing nepotism or some shit like that. No, I'm not a fan of Devin. I don't think he's a very good fighter, man. He's boring as fuck. And the way that you guys promote Devin is just garbage. You know what I mean? You always promoting him on the back of other people. So you've never even given me the opportunity to like Devin at all. From the very first time I ever talked about Devin, you guys cried like a fucking baby. Anytime I said something where I complimented the other guy and I didn't make him look like he's a shit. Oh, you think so? He said, damn life, and our Cincinnati champ is definitely going to the Hall of Fame. You better go tell Dougie Fisher and them niggas that. Hey, Coach Chris, you better go tell Dougie Fisher. You better go tell Dougie Fisher and these guys that they are not gonna put him on that. They ain't gonna put him on there. I'm telling you, dude, it's tough on Tank. It's tough on Errol. I'm telling you, when these guys leave, that the Boxing Writers Association of America, in large part, are the people that are the ones that are going to determine if you get in the Hall of Fame or not. That's why Bob Arum, everybody in Top Rank gets got into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? He said facts and you wasn't even being critical. No, I wasn't. He's a fucking dick. Bill Haney's a fucking prick. I'm just going to tell you. Dealing with Bill Haney's a fucking prick. Just a prick. No other way to describe his ass. He's a fucking prick. Period. I never said anything foul about Devin at all, and this guy's on my ass for no fucking reason. Complaining and crying because I'm not worshiping his son. Fuck you and your son. You know what I mean? Like, dude, for real, fuck you and your son. I was just saying what I thought, and you crybabies want to control every fucking thing in the world, and you niggas ain't even got no muscle. You running around with a bunch of niggas thinking you guys are fucked up, is what you are. Like, seriously, man, fucked up people. You are a fucked up individual. Jeep Red Boy, thank you so much for your support, man, and that $10 holler making the channel go. Thank you, bro. Also, Dev also beat the crowd out of the building when Shakur got in the ring. Yeah, man, he didn't fight Shakur. I mean, he's never going to fight Shakur, bro. He'll never fight Shakur. He'll never fight. Matter of fact, let's get to the point that he was never going to fight Gervonta. All that bullshit that you do, man, fuck you too. What are you talking about? This is my language. I will stoop wherever the fuck I want to stoop. Fuck you talking about? I have no idea why you guys think you're going to preach to me about cussing. I cuss. It's not a matter of me stooping here or stooping there. I cuss, and you don't have to cuss. You don't have to stoop to cuss. You can stand up really tall with your chest out and cuss. You confuse me with somebody that gives a fuck what you think, okay? I don't give a fuck what you think. This is how I speak. It's not a matter of going down to anybody's level. I am at the level I am. There's no up. There's no down. I am right here. And I swear, yes, I do. I cuss and I use the N-word. And the reason that I can do it is because I honestly don't care what you think about me. I've accomplished more than enough in my life to have my own sense of security and my own sense of accomplishment. And guess what I know? I know Barack Obama cusses like a sailor. I know that CEOs of major Fortune 500 companies cuss like sailors. I know football coaches cuss like sailors. Basketball coaches cuss like sailors. All kind of different successful people cuss. You are just trying to control how I speak by telling me not to cuss. So, no, I'm not going to take your order, bro. No, thank you. Please. And next time you want to instruct somebody else on how to present themselves, don't do it. Fuck off and go away, okay? Because that's just how you guys are. You always want to get a little bit in to see if you can control somebody. Let me see. How you living? But hey, man, I'm well, dog. I owe you a call. So deep. I owe you a call, bro. Hey, man, T-Bone Cal cut. Thank you, bro. What happened? Oh. Hold on one second. Man, Zulu line, bro. Oh, that's so what? There's good news to be told? Awesome. Awesome. That's what I needed to hear, bro. That's what I needed to hear. That's what I needed to hear. Because, you know, I'm worried about my guy. Come on, man. How is this Devin's fault that Shakur didn't take the offer he gave him because he didn't make him an offer? That's how it's his fault. How are you going to say I got no muscles when you know why the family moved me to? Dude, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up, bozo. End of conversation with you, bozo. Give me 1 second. Let me go and get you out of here, Rollo. Let me go ahead and get you on out of here. Go ahead and put you on out of that misery today. Go ahead, be quiet, son. Go ahead, be quiet, son. Not interested. 25% is not an offer. No, it is not. Yeah, it's an offer to turn something down. That's an off. That nigga didn't get the fuck out of here. That man ran that man didn't want no fucking smoke with Shakur because Shakur will whoop his ass. And you know it. So I'm not trying to hear it. Not trying to hear it. Not trying to hear it. Why do I keep having these goddamn connection issues? With Cash App. Hey, shout out to my guy Zulu Lion with the $7 holler in the Cash App. Thank you, brother, for your support. It really makes a huge difference. I'm trying to pull it up, but it's just circling and circling and circling. Shakur even said, man, he was not going to fight Shakur. He can't beat Shakur. Just like Zulu, let me tell you something, man. Certain fights are not going to take place because the guy knows he can't win. Okay? Not everybody is Errol Spence Jr. that is going to get in there, even if they know they're compromised, to keep their word. Shakur Stevenson was going to beat Devin Haney, and he was going to beat Devin Haney convincingly. That's why Devin Haney didn't want to fight the guy. Virgil Ortiz is not beating Jaron Ennis. That's why Oscar De La Hoya doesn't want the fight. Also, Jaron Ennis ain't got enough money because Matchroom ain't got enough money for them to actually convince Virgil Ortiz to do it. That's why that fight's not going to take place. Some of y'all fights are not taking place because you guys are just fucking cowards. And god dang well you're not going to win that fight. So you don't want to take the fight. You guys want to be prima donnas. You want to all be undefeated prima donnas. Everybody's going for undefeated. So you guys don't want to fight nobody. I mean, tell the truth, shame the devil. The first one to do it was Floyd. Then came Andre Ward. Then came Terrence Crawford. And you guys want to be, Devin Haney wants to be the next one. I'm going to retire undefeated. It means you're not going to be fighting people. Okay? It means you're not going to be fighting people. You're going to be playing a bunch of stupid fucking games outside the ring, waiting them out, waiting to see if they got in an accident, trying to see how their training camp is going, waiting to show some fucking weakness. Something else like that is what you guys are going to do. So spare me all the drama about you guys fight the best. All you do is call out the best. You call them out. You don't fight them. Devin Haney has not fought Teofimo Lopez. He has not fought Shakur Stevenson. He's not fought Gary Antoine Russell. He didn't fight Sabril Matias. He didn't fight what's the other Dominican guy's name, man? What's the Dominican guy's name that lost to Alberto Puello? You didn't fight Alberto Puello. You've not fought Richardson Hitchens. All the smoke is at 140. Devin goes to the weakest division. No, that's bullshit. Everything you say applies to Tank. No, it doesn't. Because Tank beat Rolly Romero, who was the welterweight world champion. He beat Mario Barrios, who is now the welterweight world champion. He also beat Pitbull Cruz, who won a title in another division. You tell me somebody that Devin Haney has beaten that went on to win a world championship. Name somebody that he has beaten that went on to win a world championship. The answer to that is none. The answer to that is zero, zilch. Nobody that he has fought, that he beat, went on to do anything else. So there's a very huge difference between Gervonta and Devin. Because what happened to George Kambosos after Devin beat him? Nothing. What happened to Lomachenko after he beat him? He beat Baranachek and retired. What happened to Regis Prograis? Nothing. What happened to any of them after Devin beat him? What did they go on to do? Yeah, because because Dream fights old sorry-ass fighters. Fuck up out of here. Yuri, because he fights either old, majority of the people he fight are old, washed up, and smaller than him. Let's repeat it. They are older, much smaller, older and much smaller than him. Older, much smaller than him. That's what he does. Older and much smaller. Then he jumped out of 140 because there's a bunch of smoke at 140, and he went to 147 with this guy. And I'm seriously, man, I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe, bro. Tank has never lost. Tank has never fought to you. Tank has never lost to Orlando. Why you lying to Orlando? You just told me Devin Haney won the fight against, because that's what BoxRec says. He had a draw. That's what you said. He said he didn't lose because he got a draw or he got a no contest, right? Nah, dog. You got to come on, bro. You got to be fair, bro. You got to be even. Exactly. I'm trying to say. Didn't Tank send an offer to Loma, who is much older? Yes, he did. And guess what? Lomachenko didn't take the fight. Yes, he did. And Lomachenko didn't take the fight. Why aren't you saying Lomachenko ducked Tank? Sounds like a duck to me. Lomachenko ducked Tank, right? Tank didn't lose. Exactly. I don't even get why you, but yeah, he knew that though. He knew that though. Exactly. Tank is the same size as the man too. He did not retire from a back injury. No, he did not. He retired from old age, dog. Thank you very much. He did not retire from an injury. His last fight was a world championship win with Branachek. He retired because he's at the end of his career. He was a 35-year-old guy with like 400 fights, bro. I doesn't care, man. Look, if you can say what you want, Roach is a good fighter. Let's see them fight Roach. Let's see Devin fight Lamont Roach. Lamont, go to 147 and see if Devin fights Lamont Roach. I think that'll be a tough fight for Devin Haney. Anyway, I don't want to keep talking about Devin because I think Devin is probably the most overrated fighter of all that generation of garbage-ass niggas because I'm sick of all of them. He retired from an ass woman. Yeah, okay. He retired after he fought 2 more times. He retired from an ass whooping. Murphy Brown. Hey, Lomachenko retired from an ass whooping after he had 2 more fights. I do believe he fought 2 more times, bro. Hold on. Vasil Lomachenko. He retired from an ass whooping. Who whooped his ass? Is what I want to know. Yeah, he had 1 more fight. He beat George Kambosos' ass and knocked him out. He knocked out, you know what he did? He fought Lomachenko, fought the guy that Devin went 24 rounds with. Lomachenko knocked him out. That's what Lomachenko did. Lomachenko went and knocked out George Kambosos. The guy Devin Haney couldn't knock out with his, even though he outweighed him by 35 fucking pounds. Lomachenko went and whooped George Kambosos. That's why he retired. He retired from the ass whooping that he got from George Kambosos. The same George Kambosos that it went 24 fucking rounds with with Devin. Anyway, bro, Devin should fight Gary. Man, Devin should fucking retire, bro. Devin should retire with Bill. Devin should retire with Bill. That's what they should do. Just like I'm happy that Floyd is out of the game, bro. Floyd, man, I hate to admit that these people are right about Floyd fucking up the game, bro. I really do hate to admit that people that said Floyd was fucking up, that Floyd fucked up boxing. I never wanted to believe that Floyd fucked up boxing because I was a big Floyd fan. But Floyd, you fucked up boxing, bro. You messed up boxing, Floyd. You messed it up, bro. All of that garbage, bro. All that fake shit. Trying to go to 50 on. That isn't even supposed to be a fucking little dude record. That was supposed to be a heavyweight record. It's the heavyweights that are supposed to go for 50-0 to beat Maki Marciano. You're not even a heavyweight, and you fought you took over what is considered to be Rocky Marciano's record with a fight with a UFC fighter that you know damn well shouldn't even have been sanctioned. That's what I'm saying, man. And then, so now you got everybody living up to Floyd in all of Floyd's little shady ass ways, bro. Because you can say what you want about Floyd inside the ring. He's a great fighter outside the ring, inside the ring, outside the ring, bro. The way he's been moving and the shit he says, dog, I cannot respect Floyd Mayweather at all. Floyd Mayweather's the biggest fucking sellout in the history of sports. You've never, ever seen anybody sell out in sports as heavy as Floyd Mayweather Jr. sold out to APAC, bro. Praise be Bill, who sent his son, Devin, the first of his name, to smite the weak and to prey on the geriatric of the ring. The best is whoever Devin is in the ring with at the time. Bill to the book of Bill, chapter 2, verse 1. Eggs, I love that shit. You on dog now? Linguistics is just on that. He on that smoky smoke. But Devin is good content. Devin is good content. Devin is good content. I can talk bad about him because he's sorry shit. I don't care what you say. I don't care what y'all say no more. That dude is sorry, bro. I'm just going to talk about Devin like y'all talk about Gervonta and just say outlandish shit about him. He sucks. He just sucks. All he does is fight old garbage ass old men that he knows he can beat or young dudes that ain't proven. And all he wants to do is play fucking pity pat. He's a fucking make-believe wannabe Floyd Mayweather Jr., bro. And that's all he is, bro. You guys keep trying the same shit every time. I want Gervonta Davis to fight whoever Gervonta Davis wants to fight. That's who I want to see Gervonta Davis fight next. I want to see Gervonta fight whoever Gervonta wants to fight. I want to see Devin retired. Because Devin sucks. And Gervonta Davis is fun to watch. I'm gonna preach it. I'm just gonna say it like I think it. Devin is not fun to watch. I don't care who he's gonna fight next. He's not fun to watch. Boo. I want to see Gervonta Davis fight somebody because Gervonta Davis is fun to watch. He doesn't suck. Like I said, I'm offering you my preference. My preference is whoever Gervonta Davis wants to fight, that's who I want to see him fight. Whoever Devin wants to fight, I don't want to see the fight because Devin sucks and he's boring. What don't you get? I want to see Michael Jordan play basketball against whoever it is Michael Jordan plays basketball against. I don't want to see Randy Brown play basketball against anybody. Get it? That may be a little bit dated for you, all right? Who sucks in the NBA right now? Can anybody tell me who sucks? What's the name of a player that sucks in the NBA right now? A guy that's sitting at the end of the bench and you know full well it's like, okay, the game's over because he's coming in. Like, what's the name of, give me the name of somebody that sucks in the NBA. Somebody you're like, okay, Trae Young, you think Trae Young sucks? All right, so it's like, I don't give a shit. I don't want to see Trae Young play because he sucks. I don't care who they playing against. I don't want to see him. If you got Michael Jordan, I want to see Michael Jordan play against anybody that Michael Jordan plays against. Get it? I want to see Errol Spence Jr. fight anybody Errol Spence fights for. Okay? I want to see Deontay Wilder fight anybody that he fights. I don't give a shit who Tyson Fury fights. I don't want to see that shit. Tyson Fury is one of the fakest, phoniest, manufactured fucking fighters that I've ever seen in my life. He's a fucking cheat. He's a cheater like there's no. He's the biggest cheater I've ever seen, with the grand exception of maybe Terrence Crawford. That dude is the top cheater that I've seen. I'll see Gervonta Davis. I want to see those guys fight no matter who. Don't you get it? That's why Muhammad Ali was so big. Because who do you want to see Muhammad Ali fight? I want to see Muhammad Ali fight anybody that Muhammad Ali fights. But who are the people that are always asking the question that you're asking, linguistics? Media bots want that question. You want to complain about everybody that he fights. Well, who's he going to fight? Fuck who he's going to fight. As long as he's fighting, I'm fine. What difference does it make? You can match 15 people up with Gervonta, and I'd want to see the fight. I don't just have to have him. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, how's Crawford a cheater? You ever seen somebody's gloves bust besides Terrence Crawford's? Have you ever seen anybody's gloves bust in a boxing match other than Terrence Crawford's? I've never seen it. And I know it happened to Terrence Crawford twice, is what in my understanding. Also, I don't believe his monumental turtleback. I'm sorry, bro. I don't believe his turtleback. I don't believe how he went from 135 to 168, bro. I don't believe it. And I don't have to tell you that I believe it. I don't believe it. So that's my opinion. Looking at that situation, that those guys are cheating. I believe that the guys that work with Victor Conte are cheating. And once you grow a mutant ninja turtleback, I'm suspect of you. Once you start running out with a team of linebackers looking just like the linebacker, dog, I'm sorry, bro. Your gloves busted, bro, and you knocked somebody out with busted gloves. That's a fact. That's not some shit. That's not me making something up. And it damn sure ain't defamation, bud. It damn sure ain't defamation be saying your gloves busted, because your gloves did bust. If I think that that's cheating, that's my prerogative to have that opinion. King, what is this? King Cooper? What is that? What's King Cooper? All I'm saying, bro, don't give me that nonsense. I ain't got to believe y'all. Just like I don't believe Tyson Fury. Ever since you remember when we showed the picture of the gloves of Tyson Fury, and you could see the knuckles through the gloves of Tyson Fury? And everybody was like, that's not unnormal. That's not unusual to see knuckles coming through somebody's glove. That's not unusual. Well, it's been 2 years, and I've yet to see another fighter with a picture with their knuckles coming through a glove. Also, it's been 3 years or 4 years since Tyson Fury's hands bent into magical positions in the first fight with Deontay Wilder, where you can clearly see the man's fingers in the middle of the glove. I have not seen that since. It's been 5 years. I haven't seen it since. Showbiz. Remember, that's when Showbiz, the adults, started jumping on fucking bandwagons. Ali did it. No, Ali did not do that shit. And even if Ali did it, so what? It's illegal, even if he did it. You guys always want to justify illegal activity by pointing out that somebody else did it. Bro, anything would sound like that to you because you don't want anything to be right. Oh, but I don't know sure how a glove bust. It's called being old and worn out. That's how the gloves bust. By wearing them out over a long period of time, and them shits busted. Exactly. Fury's glove situation just vanished. You've never seen it again. You never saw it before then, and you haven't seen it after then. All the Glovegate shit. You've never seen it before that, and you've never seen it after that. For all I know, every time Tyson Fury wants to retire, he's cycling off some shit. Like, bro, I ain't trying to hear that, man. Hey, what's up, Ralph Chestnut? He said, good morning, Fanon, my guy. I know it's a little off subject. What's your take on Matias versus Smith? I'm just chiming back. I have Matias. I don't think Smith will handle the pressure. Man, let me tell you something, bro. Subriel Matias is the most on and off fighter. He is the most on and off, sometimey ass fighter. I don't know what Subriel Matias is going to show up. I don't know what Subriel Matias is going to show up. I was shocked that he had lost to that Subriel lost to the other British guy. What's the guy's British guy that or maybe he was Australian that Richardson Hitchens beat for his title? I was surprised that Richardson Liam, what is his name? One of them damn Liams. One of them Liams. Anyway, it was one of them Liams. Oh, Dalton Smith should have been. Okay, Rod Walker's. Oh, Liam Perro. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Matias will stop Dalton Smith. He should, but I'm just telling you. Liam Perro. Yeah, Liam Perro. One of them Liams. Liam, somebody. Fury literally open hand slap Wilder with an object blunt enough to leave a dent in Wilder's skull. Name one boxer in history that left a dent in a fighter's skull. Fury was never known for power. Then he popped up with power all of a sudden. Right when he needs it with Deontay Wilder, he pops up with a ton of power. Bro, Tyson Fury, in my personal opinion, is a cheater. Terrence Crawford, in my personal opinion, nah, I ain't buying it. Devin Haney, in my personal opinion, nah, dog, I'm not buying it. There's several fighters and I'm just not buying it, dog. Y'all know how much money there is at the top of the sport. And some people are just willing to do whatever they have to do to get the money at the top of the sport. I've already talked about where the money's coming from, and I've been doing a fantastic job today of not talking about it at all and staying within the confines of boxing. However, you guys are cheating in these fucking boxing matches for sure. You're cheating in the gambling for sure. You're playing with people's money for sure. And you guys, in order to continue to take advantage of this money you stealing, you cheat in the fight. And there's a whole bunch of people that know who's cheating in the fight. That's why you guys get to switch up your bets all of a sudden. Because you guys are orchestrating these things. Even the way, and let me tell you about some more orchestration. Bro, all that bullshit you niggas did to sell Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney, all that beefing, and y'all really just in the same crew. Y'all just in the same crew. Y'all are just trying to make new opponents for Devin Haney. Now you out here trying to find an opponent for Brian Norman Jr. and calling Rolly Romero a duck for not giving Brian Norman Jr. a shot at his belt. I saw what you guys are going to do, bro. You guys are going to try to set up Brian. Now you got Brian Norman Jr. because Brian Norman Jr. is part of your crew, bro. Y'all are out here playing these games, dog. And that's why I'm glad the money's not going to be there for you. Because you're going to be playing low budget games. Where's Turkey? He said exactly. Absolutely facts, Fanon. These guys are cheating for show. They are. They're cheating. They're setting up fights. You nigga. And by the way, some of y'all ain't even trying to win boxing matches. Devin Haney ain't in fights trying to fight. Devin Haney's in there to get 3 fights for $12 million. Some money that people gave him, according to Brian Norman Jr., Senior, for no fucking reason. There's no reason to pay that guy that much money. There's no reason to pay Devin over $1 million for a fight. Devin Haney should not be making more than $1 million for a fight. He's not a draw. What else is he going to go do? Go work as a handyman? Like, why? Nobody else is paying him that much money. Why would they be paying him that much money unless y'all got a hookup? And Devin Haney is the hookup, and Bill Haney is the hookup. Come on, man. Y'all are whack as shit. Gaiasov is not backing down and will not accept step-aside money versus Rolly. How can Rolly duck when he has a mandatory on the table? These dudes are mindless. No, they're not mindless. They are just creating the narrative that Brian Norman Jr. is being ducked because that's how they go about setting up fights for guys that are in their camp, that are part of their crew. That's why I don't give Devin shit for that Brian Norman Jr. fight. I don't give it. You guys, Said Devin ain't worth a food stamp. Why is he worth? Who would pay? Why would you pay him $4 million a fight? Why would you pay Devin Haney $4 million for a fight? Unless he's in what? Net profit? He's going to get $4 million, but then he gets paid out of net profit. What happened to net profit? Anyway, he's going to get $12 million for what? You're not selling any tickets. You're not selling any tickets. You're not selling any pay-per-views, but yet you're getting $12 million a fight. Bro, get the fuck out of here. Why is anybody fucking paying that dude that much money for them trash ass fights? That with 70 landed punches. No, y'all got to scare him. I don't get what part of I don't give a fuck who Devin fights. I don't care who Devin fights. I don't want to see Devin fight. Devin can retire for all I care. Devin is a pity pat. He's a pity pat puncher. That's not fun to watch, bro. He's a waste of a spot because he won't fight. Devin is a waste of a spot. He's a waste of money. Get him money to Gervonta and stick somebody in there with Gervonta. At least Gervonta is fun to watch. Why would the zone that's got all this money give all that money to Devin? Devin didn't pan out. And you know he hasn't panned out. The last 3 fights of his sucked. He had one interesting fight. One. Regis Prograis. And it was interesting for about 3 rounds. After that, he backed up, didn't want to get hit, and coasted for the rest of the fight. Because he fights like an old man. Devin fights like he's already in the Hall of Fame, like he's already 55-0. And he's the big superstar, and all I got to do is touch him more. That's amateur boxing, bro. Don't nobody want to see that garbage. Floyd Mayweather Jr. wasn't even fighting like that. Floyd started fighting like that when he would fight guys like Canelo. Where big guys that he's making hit and miss. Devin is doing this shit against smaller guys. I'm telling you, dude, Devin sucks, bro. I don't care none of that shit you niggas is talking about with all your technical masterclass expertise. Bro, one guy landed 59 punches. The other guy landed 11 more. That's one more punch around. You landed one more punch around than Brian Norman Jr. If that is not orchestrated as shit, I'm serious. Y'all probably out here orchestrating pity pat punching matches. Okay, I'll get in there and we can pity pat for 12 rounds. I'm going to get my money though, right? Yeah, but we got a pity pat. We got a pity pat. Don't go too hard. You know what I mean? Me and my boys going to get together and we're going to make a fucking boxing exhibition that everybody thinks is a real fight, but it's really not because we both agreed that we won't hurt each other. And get out of here, man. I see you guys in your marketing and the way that you're marketing these fighters. You're trying to grow these fighters. By the way, I got to do a video about Scooter Davis. Man, I forgot about this Scooter Davis video. Exactly, they're slap boxing. It's fair to say you don't like Devin's style, but it's a lie to say he sucks. No, he sucks. Fuck you talking about? It's not a lie to say he sucks. He sucks. I have the right to say he sucks. The Chicago Bears, for years and years, they are a world-class football team, but they sucked. What do you want to tell me? They suck to watch. He does. He sucks to watch. You want me to put a word on it? I'll qualify it. He sucks to watch. It sucks watching him. Therefore, he sucks. Why? Because he sucks watching him. Like, for example, I think that folk music sucks. I don't like something. Yes, it makes perfect sense to you. You just don't like it. If I say something sucks, that means I don't like it. If I say that the UFC sucks, that's me telling you that I don't like the UFC. I didn't say there's no skill in the UFC. I didn't say that that's not a legitimate art form and that other people don't want to see it. I said it sucks because I don't like it. No, I do not watch Devin Haney fights. No, I do not. I did not watch his last two pieces of shit fights. No, I didn't. I did not. I did not. I didn't. I've watched enough of Devin Haney's fights to stop watching him. He sucks. I already know what's going to happen in the fight. It's going to be patty cake, Baker's man. And it's going to be the same round over and over and over and over. I used to joke that if in round one, I can I can literally leave the fight after round 3, go fry a pork chop, come back, and every other round look the same. Devin Haney never presses on the gas against anybody, ever. When have you seen Devin Haney ever press somebody? All you gave us is a flash knockdown. You have 2 exciting moments for Devin Haney in his whole career. Quite honestly, unless you're some real big fan of Devin Haney, you've seen 3 highlights in his career. When he knocked out Antonio Moran like 8 years ago. He got a knockdown against Regis Prograis, and he had a knockdown against Brian Norman Jr. That's it. That's it. That sucks. That sucks. What do you want me to say? That sucks. I don't want to see that shit. That sucks. No, there's a lot of worlds. I've seen a bunch of fights that suck. A bunch of fights that suck. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao. That fight sucked. Let's be real. It sucked. That fight sucked. Floyd stunk it up. Manny stunk it up. Nah, bro. I don't like to be bored. I don't like to be bored. What do you mean the technical aspects of boxing, bro? I'm not out there judging what his footwork looks like. That's the fucking con job you guys try to pull. I am not a trainer, homie. I'm not a trainer. I'm not a trainer. I'm not out there looking to see how good his pivots are. I'm not out there trying to look at how good his pull counters are. I'm not trying to see how well he turns over his jab or whether or not he can cut off the ring. I'm not watching a fight so that I can be like a fucking ballerina or like a ballerina professor and critique every little move of their feet. You want to talk about the technique because there's no excitement. That's why you talk about technique, because there's nothing else going on to look at other than the technique. That's it. You can marvel over his footwork because that's the only thing there is to look at. That's it. You're not going to get a knockout. You're not going to see any blood and guts. You're not going to see these guys going at each other. You're not going to see it because he's not going to give it to you. He's going to give you a boring lesson in amateur boxing footwork. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to see a fight. Okay? Floyd will fight you, bro. Floyd will step to you, walk you down, beat you up. Yes, he will. That's what he did to Zab Judah. That's what he did to multiple people. He doesn't always fight the same way every fight. Devin Haney fights the same way every fucking fight, and it is boring as fuck. Sorry, it sucks. That's why his numbers suck. Because I'm like, for example, you guys, that's like, you want me to watch the UFC and say, well, look at all the great technique they're using in the UFC. Bro, I don't give a shit about the technique. They're rolling around on the fucking ground. Just because you enjoy seeing men rolling around on the ground, choking each other and humping on and all grabbing all on each other with little teeny weeny shorts on, for me, that sucks. For me, I don't want to see that. Now, if it was women doing it, okay, I like women. MMA, it's different. I don't like Devin. I thought you just hated Devin. What do you mean I just hated? I've already told you I don't like Devin. I'm being 100% clear that I don't like Devin. I got reasons for not liking Devin. I don't like Devin. You're 100% right. I don't like him. I don't like Devin as a person. I don't like Bill Haney as a person. Don't like either one of them because they're not people for me that are likable because of the things they do. But outside of that, I don't like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's not boring. Yeah, I like women's boxing. Yes, I do like women's boxing. And I like women's MMA. The women's MMA because I like looking at women. I like looking at women. And women in MMA look good. So I'll look if I see it, but I'm not paying for that shit. If I'm watching anybody wrestle, it's going to be women. It's not going to be men wrestling. That's not what I'm going to look for. That's not what I'm going to pay for. To me, that shit sucks. But look, Bud can be a snake, but Bud is not boring. Bud can be a snake, but Bud is not boring. Bud puts it out there in the ring. The problem with Bud is that Bud is just, Bud always thinks that the white man's water is cooler. That's what it is. That's the only problem Bud got that I can see. Bud just think the white man's ice is, he think the white man's water's colder. He think the white man's grass is greener. He think the white man's air is fresher. That's what he thinks. And he thinks he can talk down to black people all the time because he got a little money. That's what I'm saying. He's accomplished something. Yeah, but he definitely can fight his ass off. Yeah, that man can fight his ass off. No joke. That ain't no question. I'm not saying Terrence Crawford sucks. You would never hear me say Terrence. Devin sucks, bro. I'm not trying to see that shit. Devin Haney, honestly speaking, who's a better fighter? Devin Haney or Gary Russell Jr.? Honest question, bro. Gary Russell Jr. and Devin Haney. To me, there's no comparison between those fighters. None. Devin Haney is not near the level of Gary Russell Jr. Not near the level of a fighter that Gary Russell Jr. is. He's not. Gary Russell Jr. is better than him. You can see it in the fight. He's technically better than him. Technically better than him. Fundamentally, he's better than him. All around better than Devin. And he never got all of this press Devin gets because his daddy wasn't on all of that dumb shit. Rod Walker said, Crawford is an exciting fighter. I have never heard a person say Devin is exciting that wasn't indoctrinated by the Thanos clan. Bro, Terrence Crawford is exciting as shit. He's too fucking exciting, actually. Shit. I can't even lie, bro. Hey. Say what you want about Bud. Man, what is going on with this? Hey, what's up? Bruce Gas in the building, bro. What up, man? I got to call my son. Hold on one second. Nah, man, I'm serious, man. I don't want to do all that over technical shit, okay? Like, you guys point to somebody being technically really, really great to explain why you enjoyed a fight. But if somebody else is not, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not Abel Sanchez, dog. You know what I mean? I'm not Abel Sanchez. I'm not looking at a fight like a trainer. So why do you expect boxing fans to watch boxing matches like they're a trainer? And then you say, well, you just don't understand what's going on. Yeah, because I'm not a fucking trainer, bro. Let me tell you what you're supposed to do in a boxing match. You're supposed to fight. It's a fight. It is. It's a fight. Now, over time, because people were fighting, they improved their techniques. And they learned different ways to fight, different ways. But at the end of the day, it's still a fight. It has to be a fight. If it's not a fight, then you're bullshitting, okay? Just like if you carry somebody. A lot of these guys have fights where they carry somebody 2-3 rounds when they could have just went in there and got rid of them, right? Or you're fighting somebody that you know is just completely uncompetitive, but yet you want to build them up over the course of a couple fights to make it look like they're competitive. Meanwhile, you're going to go in there with the same cookie cutter bullshit ass scheme to a fight. That's why Devin doesn't need a new trainer. Because the fights are never going to be different. Let me repeat that. That's why Devin doesn't need a new trainer. Because the fights are never going to be different. They're going to continue to try to set up fights where you know he can win with that style. The only style he has to win. Devin is not walking anybody down. He's not going to be And you guys are so manufactured that I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway. He said, I watched Devin and Regis with my casual boxing bro. He fell asleep. Man, I was covering that shit on air and I almost fell asleep. It is a fight for fans. It's technique in the gym. Let me say it that way. Its technique is for the gym. All that technique talk, that's for you guys in the gym. Okay? That's for you guys in the gym. What to come out of that gym, you're supposed to be in a fight. So people get to see a fight. Not somebody getting an orchestrated dance between two people that talked a lot of shit over the course of several months, manipulated some people out of their money so that they don't have to sell any tickets and they can get paid without having to fight. That's why it's important that we don't let these people steal people's money and put it into boxing. Because when you don't have to sell tickets, when you don't have to sell pay-per-views, what difference does it make whether or not you put on an exciting fight or not? Devin doesn't have to take any risks because he's never going to have get in with an opponent that's going to make him fight outside that style. And he doesn't have to sell any tickets because they're too busy getting over on people's trust funds and hedge funds. Because you guys think you have unlimited funds where you can keep running that bullshit over and over and over and over and over again, and nobody's going to get nobody's going to be any the wiser. How in the world is boring ass Devin that cannot sell out you can't sell out a popcorn stand? Why are you paying him $12 million over 3? Why are you paying him $12 million over the next year? So you can funnel that money down to the rest of you. So you can funnel it down out into cost into the rest of them. But you want a predictable and repeatable source of income, so you keep putting him in horseshit fights. And now you're going to try to get a little money out of Brian Norman Jr. and then say, hey, Brian Norman Sr., we'll start promoting Brian Norman Jr. to get some additional fights if you give us a little of the money that you make in the fights we set up for you. I wonder if that's why all of a sudden Brian Norman Jr. is being ducked by Rolly Romero. So now that you can create a narrative around a fight for Brian Norman Jr., and he deserves that shot at that belt, even though you know full well he can't take the fight because he's already been ordered to fight somebody else. You know, the same game you guys keep playing year after year after year after year. You guys have Happy New Year's, Arena. Oh, Bill just be networking, man. Only reason Haney is relevant in the boxing game. I know they hit a lick. Devin keep fighting under Turkey. He's going to lose with many more boxers. Mark my words. I don't think these dudes are getting their money from Turkey. I've already said it. When's the next time he's going to they did fight in Saudi Arabia, so he probably did pay for that one because maybe they paid for that one because they fought in Saudi Arabia. Why in the hell he would pay $4 million for that shit? You know what I mean? You know who gets paid $4 million? Maximum profit for minimum risk. That is the modern playbook, it seems, for too many. It's the same crew of dudes, man. It's a bunch of Jersey dudes. I'm saying they're going to take an L, forget the money. Oh, they're going to take an L because they're running out of money. Pretty soon, they're all going to have to fight. That's why Tio and Shakur got to fight because of the money. Tio's being made to fight Shakur. One of the two of them go pop. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was, I think it's going to be Tio that goes pop. But it could be Shakur that goes pop. Could be. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all go ahead and follow me over here on MH Blackwell. We're going to do a live stream later on this afternoon. Fanon, why can't Norman Jr. activate his rematch clause? Because he didn't have one. Because he didn't have a rematch clause. That's why he couldn't do it. Because he doesn't have one. No rematch clause. Just like there was no rematch clause, I don't think there's a rematch clause for Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford either. Because they say, no, we're not doing rematch clauses because we want to keep moving this money and we want to make the fights that we want to make. So Turkey Al-Sheikh and these guys convinced people to stop using rematch clauses so that they could have a greater amount of control over what happens in the next fight. You know? He said because he paid not to have one. Yeah. I mean, he probably would have beat him twice. All is well, Jay said T.O.'s going to upset Shakur. We'll see. I just want it to be a real fight, bro. I just want it to be a real fight. I'm telling you, I don't think these guys are really fighting. I think, you know who fights for real? David Benavidez fights for real. David Benavidez is a guy that fights for real. Like, why would you ever pay money to watch? I mean, that's honestly why he was on that undercard too, wasn't he? Devin and were on David Benavidez's undercard. That makes sense though. Yeah, Devin is an undercard fighter, bro. That's what Devin is. And Devin should be a gatekeeper. Facts, none of that rigged up shit. Yeah, I don't want to see any more of that rigged up shit. Okay? I don't want any more of that rigged up shit, bro. Yeah, Mexican Monster really one of them guys. Yeah, man. Like the dudes that really fight. David Benavidez be fighting his ass off. Errol be fighting his ass off. Bud be fighting his ass off. I ain't gonna lie, Bud be fighting his ass off. Bud makes it a good. Bud makes it, but Bud be fighting his ass off. Bam Rodriguez fights his ass off. Gary Antoine Russell for sure be going at it. David Morrell go at it. Abdullah Mason be throwing them hands. Yep. Tank and Davis need to be on the same card again. That was fired. Yeah, man. Oh my God. Abdullah be throwing Abdullah be throwing hands. I did an Abdullah Mason video yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. Gary Antoine Russell and Pitbull go at it. Yeah, they do. Pitbull be making it happen. Pitbull makes it happen. Rolly tries to make it. Even Rolly tries to make it happen, man. You know who be trying to make it? Yeah, Boots be making it happen. Ryan Garcia be trying to make it happen. Yeah. O'Shaquie Foster be trying to make it happen. For real. O'Shaquie Foster. Yeah. Bam. Obviously, Bam. Yeah, those guys are real fighters, bro. Devin ain't like that, man. Devin's not like that. Devin's not like that. He's not. And it's a waste of time. Like, it's a waste of time. He's a waste of a generation. If Devin Haney is the face of this generation, you guys have a wasted generation. Like, seriously, bro, if that's your guy, if you're 27, 28 years old, and you think Devin is your guy, you have a wasted generation, bro. Because you have believed that an absolute hype job is the epitome of your generation. If you think that Devin Haney is anywhere near the fighter of Jaron Ennis, you are a waste of your generation. You are wasting your generation. Both of those guys, I'm telling you, your generation is a waste because you can't even see your real talent. Like our generation, I know who the coldest dude in my generation is. I know who it is. It was a guy that was older than me, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was the coldest dude of anybody that was. That's the coldest. And maybe, yeah, that's the coldest. And he was from a generation. He's like, how old is Mike? He's like maybe 6 years older than me or something like that. When did he get out? How old is Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan didn't look out for his people, didn't get Pippen. Fuck Pippen. That's Pippen's problem. Like 62 or 63. Yeah, it's kind of like the best of my generation. He's like a little bit before me. I would say Mike's a little bit before me. But of the guys within like 2 years of me, Barry Sanders, probably Barry Sanders. Like Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders, maybe Deion Sanders, maybe Deion Sanders. Like Deion Sanders is that dude. You know what I mean? Deion Sanders is the closest one to my age. So I'll say like Deion Sanders. Barry Sanders and Deion Sanders. Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders. Like, dude, those dudes are like that. Okay? Those dudes are like that. Those guys are like that. That's the epitome. You guys got generations of if Devin Haney's your guy, something's wrong with you, bro. Barry is still the best running back I ever saw. Let me tell you something, man. I fucked around, man. I was such a big Walter Payton fan. Huge Walter Payton fan, dog. And then I saw Barry Sanders. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, he's better. You know what I mean? Like, it was a moment, it was a coming to Jesus moment. Like, nah, he's better. Nah. Walter can't do what Barry Sanders can do. Walter Payton, as great as Walter Payton was, could never do what Barry Sanders could do, bro. The only thing I think maybe he did better than Barry Sanders was catch. What do you say? Colonel Sanders is the chicken goat. Yeah, Bo Jackson. Like, yeah, those are the guys. Jerron Ennis should be that guy for y'all. On the real. Braun sexuals are worse than Haney sexuals. Yeah, they are. But LeBron James is just, he ain't no Michael Jordan. That's all that is. Yeah, LT was different. I mean, I give a lot of respect. I mean, honestly, man, LeBron James might have been the best athlete I've seen on a basketball floor. I think LeBron James might be the best athlete that I've seen on a basketball floor. Because he's a crazy athlete, bro. But he's just not the best at anything. He's just not the best at anything. Nah, LeBron is something for real, man. LeBron was doing him dirty, man. LeBron is such an incredible athlete, bro. No, Haney is not battle tested. Dang it, Haney is not battle tested, bro. What battle has he been in? Devin Haney ain't fought nobody. Devin Haney ain't been in no battle. What battle? What battle has he been tested? What battle? What fucking battle? He's walking into the ring at 165 pounds, fighting guys that are 135 pounds, bro, and he was still getting his ass whooped. Come on, man. He's not battle tested. He's not even fought. He's only fought one guy the same size as him. One guy the same size as him. That's not battle tested, bro. Yeah, and he got his ass beat up by Ryan Garcia, if you call that battle tested. That ain't battle tested. That's called getting your ass whooped. Do I believe that Devin reached out to Boots for a fight? I believe that he will act like he wants to make a fight and offer no money and not make a fight. No, I don't believe Devin Haney is seriously I don't want to talk about Devin anymore. How the hell did I get to talk about Devin so much today? Ryan was now he was on cocaine. Okay, I get you. Now he was on cocaine, right? Well, guess what? He lost the battle with the cocaine head, bro. If you can't beat a cokehead, something's wrong with you, dog. If you can't beat a cokehead, something's wrong with you, dog. I ain't trying to hear that. But no, Devin, I'm not buying all that shit. I'm not buying that, bro. Much love. Now it finally opened. Let me say thank you to the people. Thank you so much. T-Bone Calcoon and my guy Zulu Lion with the $7 holler in the Cash App, brother. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you massively. All right. Hold on one second. I gotta see if the Heat. Give me 1 second. All righty. Ruben Langford said, if you let a man whoop your ass with one punch all night long, you're trash. I mean, look, man, I just don't believe him, dog. I'm just going to tell you, I think he's a media manufactured fighter. That's my personal belief, is that he's just a media manufactured fighter. I think if Bill Haney did not have influence in the boxing world, then Devin Haney would have never, ever, ever been where he is. That's what I think of Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney thinks, and Devin Haney's family, I think they are incredibly entitled. I think they're very underhanded. And I think that they along with the way that they approach YouTube media, I think they've gone a long way to and did a lot of damage to American boxing. I think Devin Haney is terrible for American boxing. Terrible for American boxing. Because he's not very good. He doesn't fight with a killer instinct because he's just manufactured. He's manufactured. He's not in him. But you know, at the same time, though, that's who they're trying to replace Gervonta Davis with. They literally tried to switch him. They had Devin Haney doing everything that Gervonta did, copying everything that Gervonta did. They created alliances with people that were supporting Gervonta Davis, and then they tried to get people to flip on him and support Devin, the whole nine, bro. He just ain't no killer, bro. Sad to see Zab Judah stand by them jokers. Look, man, these guys are putting money in these guys' pockets. They're putting money in these guys' pockets. They're out there blazingly. Look, man, you know what it is. I don't want to belabor it. But they got a lick, and they've got people that are trying to pay them money to assist them in losing other people's money. Bill Haney and Devin Haney are professional money losers. Terrence Crawford, throughout Terrence Crawford's career, has been a professional money loser. You cannot point to a single fight of Terrence Crawford's that ever made money. You cannot point to a single solitary fight that Devin has had that has made money. I don't think you can point to any fight DAZN has made that has made any money. What you guys have been over the last several years has just been people running scams. The fights that you're in are scams. The way you promote the fight is a scam. I believe that you shut down Gervonta Davis's fight with Jake Paul with a scam. Because what's going to wind up happening is that guy's probably going to wind up getting off, not paying anything. And that girl is going to probably have to pay some lawyer's fees when it's all said and done. And then you're going to have invested that little bit amount of money. And then you guys would have gotten the Anthony Joshua fight with Jake Paul and fucked over Gervonta Davis. That's what I think that you guys are on. You guys are just running a bunch of scams. If Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson do not really go in there and fight, like they are seriously trying to cause damage to the other fighter, and all they're really trying to do is just jab and feint and jab and feint and jab and feint their way to a decision or split decision, knowing that they're going to get another payday to lose money in the next fight. Bro, I'm not trying to hear it. You guys are not risking your lives in these boxing matches. What you're doing is you're putting on a dog and pony show to steal people's money. That's what you're doing. And the king of the dog and pony show is Devin Haney, because that dude should not be making anywhere near that money. Dog, are you stupid? Let me ask you a question, bro. Are you stupid? Or are you just stupid? You're telling me, no, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to the crowd. I'm not telling you in particular anything. Went through all the promotion with Tank only to purposely sabotage the fight with Jake? Yes, I am telling you that. Absolutely, I am telling you that. You are. Yes, you are. You are. Absolutely. You keep saying stupid shit You've been saying stupid shit this entire time I've been talking to you. You didn't understand that I had a reason not to like Devin Haney. You just thought I didn't like him. Who the fuck just doesn't like somebody just not to like him? If I said I didn't like him, obviously I have a reason not to like him. So that was something stupid you said. If I tell you, yes, I think they sabotaged Tank, that obviously means that they went through the promotion with Tank, they switched fighters, and they moved in AJ. Yes, they did. And there's been no proof whatsoever that Gervonta Davis did anything to that girl. None. There's no criminal charges filed. The information, all the big hoopla about that incident went away immediately. There's nothing. OG, you look like an easy knockout. Let me tell you something, bro. I would love to see you try. I'd love to see you try. Why don't you give it a try? That's easy. If you think I look easy, why don't you give it a try? Come find me and try to knock me out. That's an easy thing to do, isn't it? You know what I think you are? I think you're very easy to put up underneath something. That's what I think. I think that you're very easy to put up underneath something. I think you're very easy to find. I think you're very easy to get snatched out your house. And I think you're very easy to put up underneath something. Since you want to speculate about me being easy to knock out, I think you're pretty easy to, make disappear. How about that? Since we want to speculate about doing harm to people. Since you want to speculate, bro, on how easy it is to do me harm, let me speculate on how easy it is for me to do you harm. You know what I mean? It's real easy. All I got to do is say it. Then somebody's going to get your address and somebody's going to snatch you out your house. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think it's easy to do that to you. So how about we both try to do it to each other? How about you try to find me and do something to me, and I try to send somebody else to do something to you? How about that? How about I do it the easy way and you do it the hard way? There's no pause on that, bro. I'm not a corny kid, bro. I don't have to say pause. Okay? Because when I say it's going to be hard on you, those words actually mean it's going to be hard for you to do something. All right? I don't have to sit there and say, because I said the word hard and on together. I'm sorry, bro. I'm talking to a man. I don't mean that shit like I'm talking to a woman about sex, bro. Okay? So you can grow the fuck up. All right? You can grow the fuck up. It is time to mature, okay? All right? See this long ass beard? See the beard with all his white hair? The older you get, the more older I get, the more white hair I get. Which means, and the more white hair that I get, means the less stupid shit that I'm going to put up with. Okay? I'm not putting up with a lot of stupid shit this year. But I'm not going to cuss you out either. Too bad. What up, Kirk Jones? How you feeling, brother? Hey, man, thank you to everybody that supports in the Super Chat and the Cash App. Appreciate you guys greatly. What is this? Grow what is grow. Now I'm just going to be myself. Facts, Martin. I never joined that pause shit. He said, facts, Martin, facts. I never joined that pause shit ever. I'm a grown-ass man. It's like, bro, I'm not talking about sex every time I say something that you guys could possibly twist around into some type of sexual thing, bro. And on top of it, bro, you always making shits. First of all, let's talk about you fugazi-ass dudes, just you fugazi-ass dudes. Devin is also very fugazi. Can we also get rid of Devin because Devin is so fugazi? Is it okay if I don't want Devin in boxing because Devin is too fugazi for me, I'm serious, bro. I really think he's way too fugazi, bro. And he acts like a little girl, bro. That's why you niggas behave like that. You guys act like those funny ass dudes, bro. You ever seen, and I don't mean this in any type of, how can I say this in a way where I don't insult anybody? All right, in the black community, bro, we've never really had a lot of problems with gay dudes. You know what I mean? It's like me and my boys, we kick it. We hang out with the girls. Then there's a couple dudes that are gay in the school. It's always that, a couple dudes that are gay. And you always say, like, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's no biggie. You say, what's up? You go to church. You see him in church. You be like, what's going on, man? What's going on? Da-da-da. That's it. You just don't hang out with each other because you know that energy is that energy and this energy is this energy. Those energies don't mix, man. The energies don't mix. So what I would love if Devin would do, and the rest of you guys that have that energy, will you guys go play badminton or something? You know what I mean? Like your guys' attraction to men is interfering with the sport of boxing, bro. It really is, dog. You guys nag and complain and moan and bitch and scandalize and gossip and gaslight, and you do all that shit that them niggas do. You know what I mean? You do all the shit them niggas do. That's not the energy, bro. That's not the energy we have. You know what I mean? You guys have so much venom towards Gervonta, dog. So much venom towards that man. Man, I'm focused on mortgages and raising kids. Exactly, bro. Like, I'm just serious, man. You guys bring that energy, man. I just wish you guys could. I wish you guys would not try to coalesce. I know you guys work together like in a unit. You know what I mean? Like you guys are the new boxing fan. You know what I mean? You guys are the new boxing fan. It's okay to be a fan of a toxic sport like boxing, but at the same time, to be a fugazi dude. Bro, just because you're being accepted in the general population, bro, doesn't mean that you should be interfering with other people's lives, man, and interjecting all your bullshittery and all your little scandalous ways into the system. Those are the gossiping ass dudes running around. Hey, Gervonta did this. Gervonta did that. Gervonta's not this. Gervonta's not that. Hey, he was at Diddy's party in the pool in that picture. I'm telling you, bro, look, Alden Johnson. Let's analyze Devin Haney for a second, okay? The only girlfriends that you've ever seen Devin Haney have are both prostitutes. China Black, who you might as well say is a prostitute. Coochie for hire for sure. Then you got the girl that he paid to have a baby by. That is, you had a baby by an escort. Paid an escort to have a baby by you. That is beard mentality, bro. And when I say it, you guys never deny it. That's something else too. You guys never deny it. You guys are out in the open amongst yourself. You just won't be out in the open when you come into comment sections on YouTube, when you're trying to create all of these narratives and all of that shit. Hey, bro, I had no idea at the time. I had no idea that was what that was. But you guys definitely got that energy, bro. And that must be why you guys think that I was like that. Because y'all are like that. Man, I'm telling you, bro, that's some wild shit. That you guys are getting together as a group, taking trips together, flying each other back and forth on planes. Wow, bro. I was east of the river. I was born and raised in the heart of Southeast DC. I was raised in Upper Marl, Maryland. What's your point? Okay, y'all from there. Y'all beat with each other. What are y'all beefing about? I wonder what y'all beefing. What are y'all beefing about? Anyway, it goes though. What is this? Hold on. Yeah, that's why Debbie got to go, bro. They're always saying weird stuff about other fighters too, like Ryan or AJ. No, I'm very serious, bro. Those guys like men. Those guys like men, bro. That's why these guys would spread those rumors about me. That's why these guys kept coming with those pictures and showing the pictures and all that stuff. Because that's a gay organ. Those guys are a gay organization, bro. It's a gay organization, dog. And you guys are out there working with each other, man. And that's a beautiful thing, bro. But I'm glad I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to get together and hang out with y'all niggas. That's for damn sure. I got Matias ain't beating all in the hell no. Sabril Matias ain't beating Gary Antoine Russell. The dude said you can't say DMV. Are you from Maryland? Where are you from, Fern? Are you from Maryland? Maryland's not in the DMV, bro. They got very strict rules about what's DMV out there. Nephew Tank over all of them, absolutely. Well, they can go to Zufka Boxing with that energy, man. Please do, bro. I'm 50 from Upped, and when I first heard DMV, it was explained that it was for the music purposes. You are from DMV. I'm 50 from Uptown. I started hearing DMV. I thought DMV is the 435. Is basically I thought it was the 435. Everything inside of 435. That's what I thought DMV was. It's everything inside of 435. It doesn't go all the way to Baltimore. Baltimore is not the DMV. It is the DC, Virginia, and Maryland area. But 435 loops DC. And when it loops it, it cuts through Virginia and it cuts through Maryland because DC is basically Maryland. Well, DC was originally Maryland. Yeah, 490. I say 435. Yeah, 495. I'm sorry. 435 is out here. 495. Thank you. The 495. Yeah, the 495. Kirk Jones said, I'm from Baltimore. That's true for 9. Baltimore is not DMV. 495. Yeah. Baltimore is not the DMV. The DMV is everything inside the 435, inside of that 435 loop, you know? But look, man, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to get out of here a little early because I'm going to put the rest of these videos up. I am probably going to be going live around 2 o'clock on MH Blackwell in case y'all want to come up and chop it up with me, man. I would love if Rick Timms could join me one day. I think that would be a really good conversation, bro. One with Rick Timms or somebody want to jump on there. That would be cool. But I'm going to jump up out of here a little early. Peace and hair grease. Yes, sir. If Tank... Yeah, from Southeast Live in Maryland now, 495. Yeah, it's 495. If you're from Southeast, live in Maryland now. Yeah. So if you're Southeast, yeah, that's definitely the DMV. Yeah, well, you can do it. That's what's up, bro. You just sub, yeah, cool, man. Because I'm gonna make a lot of the other talk that we do on this channel. I'm doing a lot of that over there. So we should get it done. Anyway, man, much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys for supporting me today. It really means a lot. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.